born an athlete, you'll die an athlete. It's in your DNA.
You're an athlete. Live like an athlete so that you can be successful in life.
You're an athlete. Live like it.
ANA, America needs athletes.
All right, we are live. Welcome, athletes, into the gym closet for another episode 133.
The cold gym closet.
Yeah, everybody's freezing in here. The Arctic gym closet.
We need a little space heater.
We have one at the house.
Get it out.
You can bring it in. We did that last winter when we were in the gym closet because there's no heat in here.
No, it's chilly in here.
It is.
I mean, because you
It's
haven't been
cold.
using that at-home gym we have. We had to make in the third stall garage for that. So, but you've been doing a good job here. That's the thing.
Well, I would use it, and I will use it as soon as I used it until it got like under 20 degrees.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
That there's not a heater in the world that could heat our garage when it's under
let's
20
bring it in
degrees. So, but as always with Amber and Zach, today we have our craving. Did we end up getting the final of the halftime?
Yeah, well, we're going to get it now.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
the suspense? We just
Yes.
can't bring it up in the
We don't
office.
even know in here yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then we just talk about it too early.
Okay, perfect.
So we know when the world knows.
All right, well let's figure it out. I didn't really have a dog in this race because
I really didn't either. Yeah.
I kind of just
really
picked them.
didn't,
I just Google searched top 10 Super Bowl performances,
okay.
and that's how I found them.
So, do you personally? Do you remember ever what year someone performed?
No,
Either.
I don't know why I put that. I think I put that year because of putting the names on there. They were too long for some of them because it was like Britney Spears and all these people.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's fine.
But
Yeah.
no, I don't remember
I mean-
the years, and I honestly don't even remember some performances.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
I remember Shakira's,
Right.
but that was just because it was last year, right? Like
Was
I think
Beyonce's 2 years ago?
Beyonce's was but
Okay, so those are I
So-
only remember those two, probably because they were the last 2 years.
because they're smoking hot ladies.
Oh.
They're not bad looking ladies at all.
Well, that's what we had a conversation about. Was like women should just do it's just like Carrie Underwood, right? Like when she comes on, there's just something about it that's like, whenever men do a Super Bowl performance, it's like.
No, I
think Adam Levine a couple years
He
ago
did a good
like
job,
was basically naked.
I don't. Yeah, and
Most
then
of
all
his
these people
performance.
were like, "My kids are watching."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Come on!"
I was also offended by that
like
performance.
the
yeah.
nips.
I
How
thought
about the
that he was good, though,
Janet
because-
Jackson nip slip? Like
with
JT. Was
JT,
that? Yeah.
but like I feel like this one was terrible because I feel like you either have to
It's
have like
so bad.
an entertaining band or like dancing person. Like Michael Jackson is going to be a really good one always.
Oh,
Right,
But
yeah.
then you have to have like a band and like entertainment value like a concert, whereas like the weekend just standing
on the face
and
just
rap
doesn't do
jock
anything
strap.
for you.
Yeah,
Who said that?
seriously.
I thought
yeah.
that was funny.
I don't know.
So he has done this shtick for like a year leading up to the Super Bowl, I guess now is what that was.
I
But
don't know, yeah.
he came out on social media like with his own like fake facial reconstruction surgeries, and everybody was like, what is the Weeknd doing? Like, because he would pretend like he just came out of surgery with like bandages on, and then he would go a week in like a fake face basically.
Because is he making fun of Hollywood? I think that's what I read.
I think
he's
that
like
He's making
yeah.
fun
he's making
of-
a statement.
Yeah, he's making
There's,
a
like,
statement
something
against
behind
like
it. Yeah.
against like plastic surgery. and
Someone,
yeah.
I heard that like his like ex girlfriend or something had plastic surgery, so he's like using his career now to basically just
So
make
just
a statement
petty-
against plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's done it like. Kudos to him for doing like a year
Yeah.
act, a year shtick to have it come up. Like I was wondering like because I heard these stories about this guy that just I was like you don't just randomly do that, and you don't do it just to make a statement.
Right.
There's got to be like an end goal, and so I suppose the Super Bowl was his end goal.
I
But
thought those were the
such a
new
terrible-
COVID masks.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a terrible terrible.
It
Like,
wasn't the best.
just wasn't entertaining.
No,
and I don't
on-
know,
in a
like,
Super Bowl platform.
Maybe
yeah.
giving him the benefit of the doubt, there were restrictions because I'm sure the dancers had to stay within a certain amount of spacing and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
I
who
wonder if
knows?
all
I
the
wonder-
dancers had to wear masks. So maybe this had nothing to
Yeah.
do with it.
And
But he was just like, how can we like decorate their masks to make it look?
Okay.
Oh, I've been doing this thing
Right.
all year
It just works
long.
out so well.
It
yeah.
just worked out. Yeah.
Worked out.
Who
I don't
knows?
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't
And,
the greatest.
I mean, I think like you said too, though, with COVID, I mean, they had to like stay. Well, they stayed up in the stands for most of the time, and they came down
and
onto
that
the
tunnel
field
thing, and then they were all like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was all very. I don't know. I just haven't feel. I don't feel like there's been like a legendary halftime performance
Right.
for a while.
And I wonder if
now.
it's just because nobody like wants to do it. Like I wonder if they ask these big performers and they just say no.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know who's a big performer that would go do it right now,
Right.
or like a big performer that's popular right now.
Right. Because I mean, like you think about it, like I don't know of anyone that's like Michael Jackson's level or like Prince
How
or
about-
something like
Right.
that. You know.
So
like,
I don't know country stars in here. Now that I think about it,
I don't know.
Why don't they-
I'm an avid supporter of country
the
music. I
top
would
10
love.
there was no country. Yeah,
No, it's because people hate country music. I don't know why.
come on.
Country music is not concert unless you had Garth Brooks, but he's
Hell
not
yeah,
popular
let's get
right
him
now.
up there.
Like he's not
Oh,
popular.
but
anymore.
you bring Garth Brooks back, people are going to be pretty damn excited about that. Katie was wearing a Garth Brooks shirt last night, and they got me wanting to play some Garth music.
and that's fine. But I don't think
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he's popular enough to bring him, and I don't think he's like he's retired, so he's not going to do it anyway.
Right. I think
But like,
the
there's not a
NFL,
country
like-
star. There's not a country star that's like big time entertainment like that.
Right. The NFL is always going to do like a pop star.
Right.
And like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like when they announced like The Weeknd, I was like, he's like,
I've never
I don't
like
know.
I think
He's
I've heard
like-
his songs, but I'm
yeah. He's just not like the level that you would think of when you're thinking like Super Bowl
halftime.
halftime. Like you're thinking like
right. You go from like
The top,
Beyonce
yeah.
to The Weeknd,
Right,
You know,
right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But Michael Jackson took it home, 1993.
Okay, awesome. That's what
I was 5.
That's what
How old were you? Not
I
even-
was
Not even
1993.
thought
I was
about it.
negative 4 years old.
Just
I
a
was,
glint in my dad's eye.
yeah. My parents were getting married in 1994. Yeah.
Nice.
Or
So, yeah,
93. Sorry.
Beyonce was runner-up though, so I think her performance was good. But
Oh gosh, Haley's gonna call in again now and argue.
okay,
great
so who
things
did
again.
she want to?
She'll obviously want Beyonce.
Beyonce.
She
I
went-
know.
Big
Beyonce.
Well,
Beyonce
if you
fan.
look on
So they
mine,
got
I'm
second.
pretty sure that Beyonce.
Beyonce got
was
second though.
Beyonce got second.
Overall.
Which JT, I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan. I love that guy, and he was paired up with Prince, or I don't remember, but Prince didn't make it very far. He lost to Beyonce at the very beginning.
But Prince
But even
wasn't
when I-
Prince. Was it? What year was it?
Oh gosh.
Because Prince wasn't Prince. It was Prince's hologram.
No, Prince
Was
did. No, Prince himself did one.
But was that the year that it was? I thought it was
But-
Prince's hologram. That for some reason when I looked at the votes, I was thinking Prince's hologram, which I thought that was a terrible halftime show.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Because he's from Minneapolis. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
from Minnesota. Yeah.
So Katy Perry and Michael Jackson were together. Madonna, Nicki Minaj against JT and Janet Jackson. Who was it? Britney Spears. Who was like? Who's the Armageddon? I think that's him.
Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And someone else in
Aerosmith.
the-
Aerosmith,
Yeah,
yeah.
Aerosmith. And then Adam Levine. And then Prince. That was in 2007. So would that have been, when did Prince die?
Just like 5 years ago,
So that would have
or
been
four
him, you
or
think?
5 years ago. Yeah, that was
When was
he-
the Super Bowl in Minneapolis?
Oh, what was it? 2018 maybe.
Teens? Okay.
I want to say 2018.
Okay, so that's when he had the.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would have
it was
been his
Prince-
actual performance.
Prince and Beyonce.
Well, I would have voted Prince over Beyonce then probably.
Yeah. Women, Team Beyonce.
Yes, the
Yeah.
female vote probably
Yeah.
swung that one.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure.
don't know. I just, but yeah.
Guys,
Anyway.
I was like Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God,
then
thanks.
moving
She's
on to
good.
the game. The game was lackluster.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was
and
awful.
at its best.
Not the
Yeah.
best performance, but
But Brady took it home, which, I mean, it's tough to bet against Brady being the best quarterback of all time. And now, to Haley's point, I don't think I don't think Mahomes will ever surpass Brady now.
That'd be
that
tough.
I don't know that
lost.
he can get
That-
6
He
more
would have to
rings.
get 6 more to
him.
tie.
Yeah,
And
which is
6
nuts.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like when you look at Brady's stats now, Brady has more Super Bowls personally than any team.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty
He
nuts.
has
That is
more
nuts.
Super Bowls than like 20 teams combined.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Because there's like 15 or 18 teams that don't have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's 7 or 8 that have one. So if you combine all of those, there's like 20 something teams I was looking at that don't have as many combined. Don't
Yeah,
have as
it's
many
just Tom
Super
Brady,
Bowls
yeah.
as Tom Brady.
It's insane.
which is
And I was surprised to hear him say he's gonna stay around again. I thought he would say.
He might.
I thought he'd
get
just
another
say, I
one
don't know,
next
I
year.
need some time to think about it. Right, but he was like, nope, coming back. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa. So I wonder if Gronkowski will come back and
It'll be interesting.
what's like a F, the guy that starts his last name starts with an F.
Oh, Leonard Fournette,
Yeah, I wonder if
who
he'll-
did nothing for me in fantasy football all year and then went
balled
off
out.
in the playoffs.
That's
How
Thanks,
do you
Leonard.
feel about it? You mad about it?
Well, he's in my dynasty league, so I've kind of become attached to him
Okay.
for like the last 4
Yeah.
years.
Did he sign an agreement there?
So he's a free agent after this year.
Oh.
After this year, yes.
Brady
Yeah.
will probably reel him back in.
I'm sure he will. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure
and that's
will.
the benefit that Brady has too and we talked about this with being married to Giselle. Giselle, is that her name?
Yeah, I think so.
I have no idea how to pronounce her last name, but being married to her, she makes like $50 million a year.
Right,
So
yeah.
he doesn't. So he averages, what did you say, 13,000
12, I think. 12, I think only
million
like 11 point something.
$million a year,
Yeah.
which is
I mean,
like
not only, but
but that's like
Fair-
that's
yeah,
very
for
For a
low.
quarterback, that's like a very
low.
low number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and for
'Cause
how
it's
good
only-
he is.
because it's only. I mean, that's like the 20th
Yeah,
highest
which
paid
is so crazy.
quarterback
Because you
in the
think
league.
he would make like 60 million.
Well, he should be, and that's
Yeah.
the thing that he
But he
does.
doesn't.
He can take his value and be underpaid
Give it to
in order to
teammates.
give it to teammates to build a team around him,
Yeah.
so that they can pay Fournette, they can pay Gronkowski, they can pay their right tackle. Well, they drafted the right tackle, so he's good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so they can pay those guys and create a team around him to win another Super Bowl. If you're paying like Mahomes $50 million a year or whatever,
a
then
lot of money left.
your cap gets filled up real
Right,
quick.
right.
So,
My favorite was when his daughter just came up and like grabbed the
Yeah.
trophy.
Yeah.
we were talking about like that's so how crazy is it that all of his kids, it's so normal, like at the end of the year we go to the Super Bowl and we
Oh, it's
just
true. Yeah.
we
It
just
is- that's what
get
they
to
do. Yeah.
be on the field and hold the
Which
trophy.
is what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even
Those
think his
kids.
wife was in there at that
She
time.
didn't-
She didn't even go up there.
Did
She's
she even
like,
go to
oh.
the game?
No,
Yeah.
she
Did
did.
even care?
I saw them give hugs at the end, but yeah, she's like, eh.
Yeah, another trophy celebration.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead up, go up there, kids.
Right.
Gosh.
You guys know why that right tackle's so good though? It's because he went to Iowa.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. Yep. But
Hey,
he
the
was
Buccaneers had like 3 Nebraska.
They did.
players.
I did see the graphic. They had 3 Nebraska
Dominican
players. So
Sue.
props.
Yeah.
actually they had
Hey, are
Barrett.
you giving the,
Yeah.
Barrett
the
props to
nicest thing I've ever
Nebraska.
said about
Barrett played in Omaha, UNO.
Really?
That's
yeah.
good. That's
So he played at UNO in
Small.
Colorado State.
Really?
Yeah, I had a couple buddies I went to high school with played with him. We played
Oh,
against
okay.
him. 2008 we played against him.
And how about that guy that went streaking? That's pretty good.
Yep.
That was good.
That was good.
Classic.
Tell
Highlight
that
of the
story.
game.
So he bet in Vegas. Okay.
Oh no, Jake was
This is
saying,
what Jake was
Jake,
just
yeah.
saying.
who knows
yeah.
if this is true, but
Right.
he read somewhere. So this is just
Not.
This is like now
not-
like third hand.
this is now third hand.
This is like
account.
telephone where you.
But
Yeah.
so there's always prop bets in Vegas, and so someone said that he put money on the prop bet that there would be a streaker, and took it upon himself to win that prop bet.
won like
and-
350,000.
Yeah. So then, if that's the case, then all of the legal fines are worth it to
Yeah,
take care of. But who knows?
that's interesting. I kind of want to look it up now.
I was just pumped about his outfit. That was a pretty sweet
Yeah,
outfit.
Well, I was mad because they didn't show it on TV. They just said someone streaking, and then all the
I know.
pictures came out.
It was so mad too because like that literally would have been the best highlight of the whole
Super
game
cool.
if they just would have showed it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
The rest of the game
Would've been
was
the
just
best play of the
awful.
game.
Yeah. Like keep me interested in this game for 10 seconds.
Right.
Show this.
Yeah. So moving on from the Super Bowl, unless we have any other recaps we wanted to go over.
No.
So kind of what we wanted to get into today for the word of the week was talking about Brady and all of his stats and having 7 Super Bowls and and talking about the GOAT and being the greatest of all time, you start thinking there's a lot of talk about his legacy and what he's, leaving behind, and how he basically affects the entire league and the history of the league. And so today the word of the week is legacy. And so the definition is like money or property left behind to the next generation. And that's not really, that's one thing. I mean, everybody's thinking about their legacy. If you work hard and you gain wealth that you can pass on to the next generation, that's awesome. That should be people's goals, obviously, if you have kids and you're in that type of life. But I also think we need to talk about more than just the material items that we can leave back for our kids and for the next generation and to our friends, but the legacy of, what information, what knowledge, how do people think of you when you're gone? And so your legacy as an individual comes from how you treat other people, how good of a teammate you are, which goes into last week and being a team. Where do you stand, and how are people going to remember you? How are your kids going to be, instilled with certain things that you do to pass on to kind of the next generation, or if not the next generation, even just the legacy of how you leave the earth behind. And one of the cool quotes that I liked was from Gary Vaynerchuk, which basically said, please think of your legacy every day because you're writing it on a daily basis. And so that's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to bring up legacy today, is because what can we do every single day to make sure that if we are gone tomorrow, life is very short, but if we were gone tomorrow, what does our friends think about us? What have we left for our children, whether it is, money, property, all that kind of stuff, or if it's just what you've taught them how to be a good person and how to, how to live life in a better way, how to live like an athlete and help your community and all of those different things. Are you leaving that legacy for your, for your kids or for your friends, or are you just, if I was gone tomorrow, how do people think of me? And, what have my kids learned from me? What have we left? And for me, it's really important. And I got to thinking a lot about, our legacy at the gym and what we've left and how many lives that we are able to touch. And so it really instills, a sense of pride and where, the fact that we can continue to work on our legacy by helping other people and by instilling some of these athletic team-minded traits in people's lives can hopefully help others, elevate their legacy and make their legacy better. And so that's kind of this overall sentiment that I wanted to leave this week. But what do you guys think of, like, when you're talking about, when you think of legacy, and do you ever think of, this week especially, being that Brady is leaving such a legacy on the world or on the league, it got me thinking, what are we leaving behind, and who are we affecting? And we're not going to be in any record books or anything, but what on the record books of people's lives, the tapestry of people's lives, where are we weaving in? That's
first,
the
you
big
gotta
thing.
stop being so good at the word of the week, because we're always gonna give it to you every week if you're just
Yeah.
There you
mic
go.
drop moments.
That was good,
So
yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
We
you
got-
gotta.
That's good.
No, but when I think of legacy, I actually thought about this morning when I was sitting here thinking about it. I was like, my goal every time I step on the coaching floor is to show up as the best coach, no matter how tired I am, no matter if there's one person or two athletes or 20 athletes. My goal is to at least help one person, if not everybody in the team session, walk away feeling like they've improved. They walked out of there gaining some type of knowledge in the team session. And I feel that legacy builds on, because it's like, there's a quote that we have in the gym that's like, a trainer changes reps, a coach changes lives.
Right.
You know, and I really like
Counts.
that, or counts.
Yep, that's on the poster in the office.
Okay, say it again.
Counts reps.
A trainer counts reps.
The coach counts achievements.
Achievements. Yep. A trainer changes weights. A coach changes.
Or the best way
lives.
to make an impact or change your life is to change the life of someone else's.
That's good.
And so, I mean, it's just thinking about those things as a coach. Like, we're more than just like, come in, you know, talk to us for an hour, leave. Like, I want to leave an impact on a lot of people. And so that's always my coaching goal, is to show up the best version of myself to be able to change someone's life in the gym. So, and as far as kids and stuff go, it's, you know, showing them that you don't have to follow the corporate world. You don't have to, you know, whatever your dreams are and your passion is, like, we want you to do that, and we're going to support you in that, you know, because we took just a chance on ourselves, you know, with the gym, and it's turned out to be one of the best things of our life, you know. And me doing a direct sales company, it's not for everyone, and a lot of people look down on it, but I saw the vision, I saw the goal, and it's changed our lives, you know. And so I want to do those things so my kids can see, you know, mom didn't follow the norm, but that's okay, because she's still successful and dad's still successful with that. And so I just think that that's leaving a legacy for them to be able to kind of make their own decisions as they grow in their careers and stuff like that. But
yeah, no, I think one of the interesting things kind of that you brought up too, Tyler, is, you know, with legacy, it's such like I feel like it can be such like a big daunting word. And maybe it's just all the, you know, Sports Center stuff that I watch, but like everyone's always talking about, you know, when they're thinking about legacy, they're thinking about like who's, you know, the greatest of all time to like play his position or something like that. Whereas, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, a legacy of like, you know, changing the world or anything like that. You know, I mean, it can be something that, you know, as simple as, you know, coming in and being a good teammate, you know, when you're here and things like that, you know, being a good coach, being a good parent, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, I feel like legacy is always such a big, like, daunting word of like, you know, what are you like leaving behind for people to remember you as,
or you have to
know?
do this huge thing in order.
Right.
But
And
like, even if you think about
yeah.
when you're coaching clients and you have those one-on-one sessions, like AJ, for instance, asked for you for nutrition and, you know, training sessions. Like, you're leaving something for her that she's always going to remember.
Right.
And that's just your career and what you love to do.
Right,
but that's
exactly.
a big thing to a lot of people.
Exactly.
And
You
that's
know,
the thing.
and you're
I
doing
think
that for
there's-
how many people? How many people say, I love Zach's coaching, I love Josh's coaching, I love Jake's coaching? Like, we're leaving people remembrances of us. Is that
There you
right?
go. Yeah, that works. That's Tylerism. I like that.
Remembrances.
I like that.
But then they're, you know, we instilled something in them that's going to help them remember who we are and what we
Right.
stood
And I
for
think there's
believe.
different levels of legacy too, right? So like the legacies that we always hear in the sports world is the greatest of all time, Tom
Right.
Brady, right?
Right.
So he has a legacy on the league itself.
Right.
But then each team has like people that have left legacies on their team.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was the best locker room guy. So now not only the team, the franchise, but then also that team that year has people that left legacies on that team because of how they treated everybody, how good of a teammate they were, all the way down to like legacies on individual athletes, to where like that bat boy that year left a legacy on, you know, 4 or 5 different players because of how dedicated he was to being a bat boy. You know what I mean? And so that bat boy left a legacy on that team and different individuals.
Right.
And so I think there's just so many different levels, but the ones you hear on SportsCenter are the, you know, the hyped up. He had, you know, a legacy of the entire world, right? Just like, just like then you have like the international or United States legacy type of thing, where like Elon Musk is going to have a legacy of crazy accomplishments and crazy inventions and companies and different things like that. Every CEO has different, you know, and I think it just stems from different legacies. But I think the thing that I'd like everybody to concentrate on and kind of the action steps this week is think about your own legacy and how it doesn't have to be everybody in the world. I'm famous because everybody in the world has heard about me. It could be that if I was gone tomorrow, I have a tight group of 7 friends that all know that I was a caring person. I changed their lives because I treated them with respect, or you know, or I work you know, in an office, and you know, I have changed the lives of, you know, 4 different people that I make going to the office with them a better environment because of the way that I interact with my team. Those are different things that you can control on a daily basis, and you can write your legacy as you go. And there might be some people that are just have wake up and know that that's again, I had this rant on Instagram one time, but it's like never have a bad day, and we talked about this in a previous podcast too, with Melissa. But never have a bad day, you might have a bad second, because if you continue to let that bad second ruin your entire day, you might treat someone disrespectful, or you might ruin someone else's day, and now that's leaving
to ruin your own day.
Right. And so now you have taken your legacy in a negative direction because you honked at someone and gave them the bird, right? Like you were irrational on the road, and so what'd you say?
I just said road rage.
Road rage, yeah. I mean, and just thinking about those things, if you take what you can control, because you're writing your legacy every single day, and try to make those decisions thinking long term, like this decision for me to honk and flip this guy the bird is negatively impacting my legacy.
Especially if you're in the Krave car.
Right, well, yeah. Especially if you have a wrapped car and people know who you are, or know the company you represent. But yeah, so just think about those things. Yeah, right. You're out there just pulling people.
Tinted windows.
Yeah, so they think it's me.
Good, that's fine.
Yeah, fuck Tyler. I've been getting text messages all the time.
I'm really surprised you haven't gotten.
You need to quit driving like an asshole. Not because I flip people off,
because I'm a fast driver, but that's
especially in that car. That thing's got a little.
It's fast. I know. I blame it on the car.
It's the car's fault. Yeah, it's definitely the car, because you don't drive fast in any other vehicle.
Yeah.
So think about your legacy this week, and do some things to positively impact your legacy. Sorry, just getting messages on the computer. Anything else we got?
No, I just can't believe Gary Vanderchuk didn't have an F-bomb in that quote.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to drop.
That's true.
Because he always drops his F-bombs. Can't listen. Sometimes you listen to him and like, shut that off. There's like every other word.
Yeah, sometimes.
But okay, so it's National Pizza Day.
Yes, today. Today.
So that's going to be our craving this week.
Yes, our new craving.
Yeah, so we were going to do something for Valentine's Day, but that's a hit or miss holiday.
Yeah. Some people don't like Valentine's
Some
Day.
people don't like to celebrate it.
I have to self-report.
Props to Tyler.
I got Amber flowers on Monday. We're going to be out of town for Valentine's Day, so I didn't want to hassle with it, so I got them early. And the first thing I said when I dropped, what was the first thing I said when I dropped them off?
Oh, nobody has to dictate when I spend Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I was like, society can't dictate
like,
when
I
buy
Valentine's,
when I celebrate Valentine's Day. Right? Exactly. That's what it was. There was a big pre-Valentine's Day sale that I got him on.
Well, we are going out of town this weekend, so I'm very impressed that he did prep ahead. So that's good. So we're not going to be here. He didn't want to give me any in the van. So
yeah, I didn't. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's either get them on Monday or get gas station flowers on the way to see my brother.
You did good. Came in clutch.
That's what I do.
About time. It only took you 12 years, but here we are.
That's what I'm saying. It took me 12 years because society can't dictate when I get my woman flowers.
Yep. So you can get them from me every week.
I can get them every week or never. Society can't dictate.
So yes, National Pizza Day. So we're gonna put a thing out there that says, what's your favorite pizza place? Give us some ideas. Because here's the thing we run into. Do we do it national or do we do local? Because we're all about supporting local businesses. But
when we did like the coffee one, I think we had some people that are like, why are we, not putting all 8 local places on? Like,
but then if I didn't, then people would be like, why isn't Starbucks?
Right. So like, no one's ever gonna be happy.
No, I know.
So we're gonna make a list from people's votes. So if jump on our social media, we'll have a question out that's a question and answer.
Pizza place.
You put your favorite pizza place in there. If it is a local pizza joint, great. If it's Pizza Hut,
Domino's,
great, whatever you want. And we'll kind of narrow that list down to 8 and put the 8 that we feel have the best shot of being number 1.
Godfather is
Pizza Hut is terrible.
Pizza Hut's
Does anybody else?
No, that's what I asked him. I'm like,
Pizza Hut, we don't do. The breadsticks at Pizza Hut are good. I just saw like an ad for Pizza Hut. We live in an apartment, so we get coupons like dropped off at our mailbox all the time. So we do get like Pizza Hut coupons like every couple weeks, and like the breadsticks always look good, but the pizza's not that good. Yeah.
I know.
I've been burnt out on Pizza Hut since. Did you guys do? I don't know in Iowa. I know in Nebraska. Did you guys do the personal pan pizzas for reading books back in the day?
Oh yeah.
No.
You did that too. You didn't?
I remember doing
I
those.
mean,
Yeah.
we probably did. My memory's shit.
I
I know we did Arby's, like Arby's. We got Arby's.
Really?
We never got Arby's.
We never
I
got
know.
Arby's. I
We
would
got.
have much rather had Arby's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, like big
you
roasted
read so
sandwiches.
many books, and in school you had to take so
Clearly,
many
I didn't
tests.
read.
You just didn't do it. You did. Your school did it. You just did
That
not
might be why
participate.
my vocabulary is so bad too.
There you go. That could
And
be.
it goes hand in hand.
Right? I never did it. I did. That was back when they had SparkNote books.
Oh yeah.
I would actually go out of my
They still
way.
have that.
I'm sure they do, but now it's all probably all online.
It's online. Yeah.
The SparkNotes were actually in a bound book. So, like, I would go to the library or go to a bookstore, buy a bunch of books that were on the list, but in SparkNote form, read the SparkNotes in 5 minutes, take the test, get the points, and then cheat my way into my personal pan
Doing a
pizza.
personal pizza.
Yes.
And then bitch about your pizza.
And
when
then
you
it was
got
terrible pizza. So that's what I'm
Lose,
saying
lose.
is I have not had Pizza Hut or have not enjoyed Pizza Hut since then, and I don't remember enjoying it then either. So
Yeah. I just always remember the crust was super greasy, but I haven't had it for a while.
greasy and
Yeah.
like kind of hard.
It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's like it's pretty hard. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right,
That's
so
our
we only
Pizza
have
Hut
8
review.
though, guys.
That's our
so
negative
if,
Pizza Hut
if your
review.
pizza place doesn't get on there, don't come at me.
Yep. You guys are in control.
and
Giordano's.
Amber
And-
is
Ooh, Giordano.
Amber is the
No,
official
don't put that pressure on
spokesman.
me.
The official spokesman. So if you do have a complaint that it didn't come on there,
Come
make
to
sure to
me.
reach out
Yes,
to her.
please reach out to
Please.
Amber.
Please.
Yeah.
Shoot her a
I
No,
DM.
remember your legacy.
No, I get complaints.
Don't
I get
complain.
complaints daily
I like
about
that.
about the voting. So you talk to Amber.
How
about it.
funny. Okay, so the commercials on, I don't remember any of them other than, now that you said complaining, the Karen commercial, the M&M commercial with Karen was hilarious.
That was funny.
I
That was a
missed
good
it.
one.
So they basically apologizing to people and giving them M&Ms. And so one younger gal gives a middle-aged woman M&Ms and says, "Hey, I'm sorry I called you Karen." And she was like, "Why? That's my name." And then she gave her another pack
Yeah.
and said, "I'm sorry that's your name, Karen."
And then I come in
I
and you're like,
died.
she looked like a Karen. I'm
She
like,
looked like a
She
Karen.
did, yeah.
She did.
It's
She had
really
a Karen
sad because
haircut.
my aunt's name is Karen. She's a very nice lady.
Does she have a there's a specific haircut, a specific attitude, and then also like a specific "can I speak to your manager" vibe,
Right.
Why
that
is
comes with
that?
Karen.
I
The
don't
name
know.
Karen.
I
But
mean,
that's
yeah,
just
my
the
aunt
name.
Karen is not that way at all.
And then we
That's
talked.
just
Yeah,
the
we
show.
talked about how it's unfortunate to be named Karen. In
It is
today's world.
now.
Yeah.
Just like in the last year.
Yeah.
Really, it's really,
Really
taken off.
kicked, yeah.
Really took
Karen's
off.
really got a bad name.
Yeah.
into
2020 was extra hard for Karen.
Karen's, yeah.
And then,
So-
but I love the commercial with the girl with no legs.
Oh, that was
That
an awesome
was
one too.
really touching.
What was
that?
that?
Was awesome.
What
And then
was-
Merrick, little Merrick was on
Yep,
there for
yeah.
he was a little Down syndrome kid. Did
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fairway commercial? Did you
Oh, yeah,
ever
the Fairway
watch those?
commercial.
I think yeah.
Yeah, he was on there
Yeah,
a couple
shout out
times.
to
But
Merrick.
that was cool. Yeah,
We see him at Gigi's Playhouse,
Uh-huh.
or we did before
And
2020.
I guess their daughter was on that same commercial too. But
Oh,
it's
really?
pretty cool, yeah.
Awesome.
What were you saying about the legs? The lady with no legs?
What was that a commercial for? I can't remember. It was touching, but I can't remember like the brand or what it was for.
I know, and I can't either. But I was kind of shocked at the end that it was for that.
It was adopting something. She got adopted, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
And
Like
now is she a
T-Mobile?
real swimmer? Like, is she?
I don't know. I don't know the story behind it. We should look into that story and report it next week
We should.
because we are out of time. So,
Right.
thank you guys for joining us today. Remember, your legacy is written every single day, so make sure to concentrate on that when you're making decisions today and this week. And we will see you next week on Tuesday. And until then, remember, you're an athlete. Live like it.
No, I'm hungry because we've been talking about pizza.
I could go for some pizza.
Although we just had it Sunday, so I'm like.